And Bianca, you're up first. Good morning.
Good morning. Make sure I have my extra minute, please, and thank you.
Okay.
All right. So on July 28th, 2020, I stood right here and told you that the district went from a 40 million deficiency to 101 million deficiency, according to the July 7th agenda item. That is $61 million in 1 month. Right before school started, I stood right here and told you about some of the COVID supplies purchased that would be hazardous to our staff and children. The foaming hand sanitizer contains hazardous ingredients and it smells like stale tequila. Instead of being accountable, you continue to lie to staff. According to the State of Florida Auditor General Report number 2021-067 on page 10, it states the following. An audit, by its nature, does not include a review of all records and accounts of management, staff, and vendors, and as consequence, cannot be relied upon to identify all instances of non-compliance, fraud, waste, abuse, or inefficiency. These audits will not explain invoice 2029 from the vendor buyer's point. These audits will not explain the questionable contract with Fuller Industries, the manufacturer of this toxic hand sanitizer. These audits won't explain the decisions made by the leadership over the years that have resulted in 27 D schools, 7 F schools, and yet y'all use the word premier and world class in PR statements. These audits will not explain how Superintendent Davis had to present a plan to the state and identify 111 schools that declined in their performance. Do you realize that that is almost 44%? These audits won't explain some of the folks brought in by Superintendent Davis and some of the staff placed in roles without the necessary certifications. Not only did we bring unqualified folks, we also brought in spouses. Then you had to secure a loan to meet payroll in October. The culture of this district is why we're here. It does not serve children, and generations of children have been harmed by this negligence. Here are some solutions. We need to truly evaluate the boundary lines with intentional focus. Speaking of, I would like to know the status of Oak Park and Foster on the record. We need a productivity analysis of district leadership, and there's some people who should be terminated immediately. We can start with human capital and operations. Moving forward, people should be intentional with who they vote for down this ballot and have a general understanding of their role, because for quite some time, some of you have been confused on who's responsible for this $3.3 billion budget, and I'm glad we figured it out. That's why we need to start with the previous finance committee and work our way down. The last thing that I could fit in these 3 minutes, we need you all to be intentional. We need you to be transparent. We need you to be accountable. We have children that are testing right now without working AC. This is your marketing plan. Our children deserve better.
Thank you.